Hey everybody, welcome to Shelter Radio. My name is David Dault. It is Saturday the 30th of May. My goodness, another month has pretty much gone past. We blinked and here we are again. My job every day around 2 p.m. is to provide entertainment while you're sheltering in place, to give you a reason to stay where you are and protect the vulnerable and help folks out. So I hope that you're doing well. I am doing pretty good today. It's been a beautiful, sunny Saturday. And one of the things that I love about Chicago is the fact that Chicago, unlike most other places that I've lived in the South, Chicago actually is cool most of the time. Not just like socially cool, but also cool in the sense of like the temperature is not horrible and the humidity is not so bad. And so the last couple days have been pretty nice, and I'm enjoying it. So the whole point is to enjoy the weather while it lasts, even if we have to be inside. Okay. So I'm going to talk a little bit about yesterday, because yesterday was fun in some ways and terrifying in others. But it's looking like the signal is still solid, and so we're going to try and do a set that actually includes not only playing but some talking today. So we'll see how all that goes. You live beneath another star. You are pretending love is worth waiting for. You always breathe another air. Those rivers in the distance must be leading somewhere. Heatwave, heatwave. Why is it rolling down on the young and foolish? Heatwave, heatwave. Are we rich or poor? Does it matter anymore? Heatwave. Can this be all we will desire? Straw houses in the promised land. Why is it time for taking sides when all I say and do is take too many chances? Heatwave, heatwave. Why is it rolling down on the young and foolish? Heatwave, heatwave. Are we rich or poor? Does it matter anymore? Heatwave. Will I tell? Will you listen? If I tell you, what will happen? Heatwave, heatwave. Why is it rolling down on the young and foolish? Heatwave, heatwave. Are we rich or are we poor? Does it matter It's good to be back. It's good to be live. Crowded up to Lennon with their noses rolled off. A handshake is worthy if it's all that you've got. Metal shivs in the wood and you push your arms back. There's a splinter in your eye and it reads, react. Shifted the statues to harboring ghosts. Red in their necks, collared their clothes. And we did drugs and the minutes wore off. Gathered the corner, collared her gown. Find my Harborcoat. Can't go outside without it. Why my Harborcoat? Can't go outside without it. They crowded up to Lennon with their noses worn off. A handshake is worthy, it's all that you've got. Live on the wood and kick your arms back. There's a splinter in your eye and it reads, react. R-E-A-C-T. Can't find my Harborcoat. Can't go outside without it. Hide my Harborcoat. Can't go outside without it. They shifted the statues to harbor them ghosts. Red in their necks, collared their clothes. And we did some drugs as the minutes wore round. Gathered the corners, collared her gown. Find my Harborcoat. Can't go outside without it. Find my Harborcoat. Can't go outside without it. Can't find my outside without it. Why go my Harborcoat? Can't go outside without it. Woo! Hope everybody's doing good. Hey Tracy, good to see you. Apparently there's a SpaceX launch going to be happening soon, so good luck watching that. I hope that everything goes well with that. Kate, good to see you. Other folks that are listening in, I'm glad that you're listening in. Hey, at the end of Shelter Radio yesterday, I played a Cheap Trick song called Surrender, and at the end of it, I kind of lost my cool. I have written about this before, and I've talked about this before, but I find something really kind of amazingly, almost religiously hopeful in the in the conclusion to Surrender, where you know the chorus is "Mommy's all right, Daddy's all right. We just seem a little weird. Surrender, surrender, but don't give yourself away." But at the end of the song, when they're repeating the chorus, they go, "Mommy's all right, Daddy's all right, but don't give yourself away." And then they name all the members of the band. Tommy's all right, Robin's all right, Bunny's all right, Rick's all right. And then they start singing, "We're all right, we're all right." And it's been hard for me to listen to that song for most of the time that I've known that song and not get choked up at the end of that part, because, you know, the whole notion that we're all kind of making it through life in our own way with some weirdness, but at the end of the day, everything's going to be okay. We're going to be redeemed. The stuff that is friction laden now will be smooth eventually, and that eventually we can look at each other and say that we're all right. That's always been a very hopeful idea for me, but it's especially so these days. And so, you know, we're in a time when we really need to remind each other that we will be all right. And so I'm getting a little misty right now even thinking about it. But yesterday, there was just a lot of emotions going on. And so thank you for your patience with me as I work out all my stuff here in real time on Shelter Radio. Maybe you're feeling weirdness right now too. Maybe you've got some stuff that's kind of going through your mind too that makes you misty sometimes or makes you feel weird about things. But just know that you're not alone, and that's part of what we're all here for, is taking care of one another. All right, this is a request from my friend Don, and I know that he may or may not be able to listen today, but that's okay. Don, I hope at some point you get a chance to hear this and that you enjoy it. Lucy Bell wears a dress of pretty printed pattern gingham and a mask. It's indistinct, and though her eyes hold many whisperings and secrets, I don't ask. It's a quarter-story novel that's been marked down to a dime, and I will walk its floorboards just to pass the time. Ralph Eugene is growing thin, but he doesn't seem to notice or to mind. He's got a box with a lid, and in it he saves all the moments he can find, and laughter adds some color to his monochrome paint. As we sit upon the stairway, all our faces look the same. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. Holy man counts the time, 'cause he knows all the hands are broken off the clock. Lucy Bell winks and smiles, 'cause she has found another moment for his box, and laughter frames a picture with a silent refrain. As we stare out of this window, all our faces look the same. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. So the end of that song, where I'm singing, a holy man counts the time 'cause he knows all the hands are broken off the clock. That's actually a reference to the spiritual writer and Trappist monk Thomas Merton. Thomas Merton lived in a monastery right outside Louisville, Kentucky, called the Gethsemane Abbey. And he was a friend of the photographer Ralph Eugene Meatyard. And there are some pictures of Ralph Eugene took some pictures of Thomas Merton playing the bongos. And so that reference is to those pictures of Thomas Merton playing the bongos, and his hands are blurred in some of the pictures because he's playing, fast. But holy man counting the time. But what's fascinating about that to me is, now I am friends with Father Dan Horan. He's a good friend of mine here in Chicago, and Father Dan Horan is one of the executors of the literary legacy of Thomas Merton. And so Father Dan has been working on editing the collected letters of Thomas Merton, and in fact just finished that project. And so how great is it that not only do I get to know people that knew Ralph Eugene Meatyard, because I've met some of them. Thank you, Madeline, for introducing me to Mr. Rhodes and others. But also I get a chance to meet people that are working on the legacy of Thomas Merton. So, you live long enough and interesting things happen. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Fight to make ends meet puts a man upon his feet, holding down his job, trying to prove he can't be bought. Takes every kind of people, make what life's about, yeah. Every kind of people make the world go round. Someone's looking for a lead in his duty to a king or to a creed, protecting what he feels is right, fights against wrong with his life. There ain't no profit in deceit. Honest men know that revenge does not taste sweet. Whether yellow, black, or white, each and every man's the same inside. Takes every kind of people, make what life's about, yeah. Every kind of people make the world go round. Do 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 do. Love's the only goal to bring peace to any soul, and every man's the same. He wants the sunshine in his name. Who takes every kind of people, make what life's about, yeah. Every kind of people make the world go round. Every kind of people make what life's about, yeah. Every kind of people make the world go round. Yeah. So some stuff to do when you're not watching Shelter Radio. You should definitely check out Kimono My House, which is a Facebook Live group that's set up like a club, and they have an ongoing rotating schedule of half-hour and hour-long shows all through the week. So definitely check out Kimono My House, the Facebook group here on Facebook Live, doing free house concerts. Also check out my friend Leo Huang, Hwang, doing intermittent awesome guitar here on the Facebook Live. I don't have a set schedule for him, but he shows up on his Facebook page playing acoustic and electric and sometimes playing with a trio, but it's all good stuff, some classic stuff and some it's all instrumental and just really, really cool. So check that out. Also, check out my friend Rahuldeep Gill doing his Instagram Live talk show on Friday nights called Deep in This. Rahuldeep Gill interviews artists and activists on the left coast starting at 6 p.m. Pacific, which is 8 p.m. Central and 9 p.m. Eastern. Rahuldeep Gill's Deep in This on Instagram Live. Jonathan Brooke, great singer-songwriter Jonathan Brooke. I recently became a super fan on Facebook of Jonathan Brooke, so I got my little badge for that. I don't even know what that means, but I think it's so cool. But Jonathan Brooke is doing on Mondays at 2 p.m. Central Time the Kitchen COVID concerts, which are live from her house, and she's just a great singer-songwriter. Her first name is spelled Jonathan, like Jonathan, but without the N, Jonathan Brooke. Also, please check out DJ Brian E. Smith playing music starting on Fridays from 8:30 p.m. Central and going all night long. Recently, Facebook has been blocking the replays of that because there's some copyright violations. So see it while it's happening on Friday nights, 8:30 Central, all through the night. And he may have some resource for watching it afterwards if possible. But shame on you, Facebook, for not letting him share his glory with the world. Discord Records has its 40-year catalog online for free, so definitely check that out. Take a look and see about that. Also, don't forget my two other friends. One is Matt Springer, Mondays through Fridays at around 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, doing the Quarantine Cabaret. He shows up, he plays piano from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Sometimes he has a theme, sometimes it's just a mix and match. But Matt Springer's Quarantine Cabaret here on Facebook Live. And last but not least, my friend Zach Zaya, CZAIA, doing the Poetry Lockdown each day around 4 p.m. And a couple days ago, Zach Zaya did a shout out to me and did a Carl Sandburg poem to a contemporary bunk shooter, which is just a great Carl Sandburg poem. And I was very touched that he was doing that. So I'm grateful to all these people for finding ways to create entertainment and to offer the possibility of connection with people. And this is a throughfare, so some people will be walking through behind us every once in a while. That was my son Beckett just making his way through. I'm still hoping at some point Beckett might come on here and tell a joke, but until that happens, we'll just keep entertaining you this way. Here above the pine trees, looking down at the city lights, they call it the valley. I'm standing on the only hill in sight. Where are the fountains? I need to get this dirt washed clean. Nothing around here ever gives me what I need, so turn the lights out. Babylon, I call another place my home. I hear Bathsheba went playing hooky on some roof. David went lying. Oh, but Nathan spoke the truth. Now we tell that story just to remind us where we're from. A place where a king bows down and admits the evil that he's done. So turn the lights out. Babylon, you can't hold a candle to that throne. Oh, oh, oh. I hung up my guitar, hung up my guitar. These weeping fingers just won't play. Went down to the river, sank to my knees in the red, red clay. You made us a promise. No matter how far we may roam, your hand is upon us till we find our wandering way back home. So hang your gardens, Babylon, and shine your idols, Babylon, and turn the lights out, Babylon. I call another place my home. Home. Pretty good, pretty good. So part of what I'm doing today is I'm not only working on just trying to keep my technique good, but I'm also trying to experiment with keeping pretty regular time. I've noticed that sometimes I speed up and slow down on songs a lot, and I've been thinking about what it means to kind of keep things in a regular tempo and not have my heart rate affect the beat per minute. So it's just an experiment. We'll see how it works, but yeah. All right, I got one more. I'm grateful for you all listening today, and I hope that whoever's watching the launch, that the launch is going good and without problems. And yeah, we'll kind of see. But I'll be back tomorrow at around 2, and I'm so grateful for you all showing up today. Even if it's later in the day and you're watching this, thank you for being here, even though it's not live. I'm grateful for all of you. There is freedom within. There is freedom without. Try to catch the deluge in a paper cup. There's a shadow ahead. Many battles are lost, but you never see the end of the road while you're traveling with me. And now, don't dream it's over. And now, when the world comes in, they come, build a wall between us, and you know they won't win. Now I'm towing my car, there's a hole in the roof. My possessions are causing me suspicion, but there's no proof. In the paper today, tells a warring of ways, but you turn right over to the TV page. And now, don't dream it's over. And now, when the world comes in, they come, build a wall between us, and you know they won't win. door of your heart. Only shadows ahead, better clearing the roof. Get to know the feeling of liberation and release. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come now. Build a wall between us and you know they won't win. Don't let them win. Don't let them win. Hey now. Don't let them win. Hey now. Don't let them win. They come now. Don't let them win. Hey now. 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 Hey. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back again tomorrow. I'm so grateful for you all being here and being part of this extended virtual family. Cannot wait until you and I can be together again face to face. We can dance, we can smile, we can embrace, we can grab each other by the hands and say we made it, but also we can look around and realize that all this sheltering in place helped not only us and those that we loved, but also the folks that we can't see, the vulnerable, the least of these, the ones that need the infrastructure that maybe we don't need to avail ourselves of. So thank you for doing your part to help them, the least of these among us, as well as everything else that you're doing. I love you. I'm proud of you. I miss you, and I'll see you tomorrow.